I feel weak. My hands quake with tremors, as my father's hands did, and his father's hand did before him. When I'm out running, my right foot goes from under me, then comes back into position. I ignore it, but over time, it happens more and more frequently. Cannot easily rise from a chair. I cannot climb a flight of stairs. Cannot live my life without being overcome with profound fatigue. Exhaustion so deep and immeasurable that I weep when I don't have the strength to make dinner. I tell myself that I'm working too hard. I stop running and walk instead. When I can no longer walk any distance, I go to the gym. When I can no longer tolerate the gym, I go to the pool. But even new environment is a landscape of loss. What I could do and no longer can. What I can't do is an irrefutable presence, as if lack has a shape and a weight. When I see a neuromuscular disease specialist at the big teaching hospital in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, do I find the doctor who knows what's wrong?
Doctor, I don't feel so well.
Yo, what's up, my G?
I feel that I can walk, mate.
Why not, mate?
In time, he delivers the news that I cannot be cured. I can only grow worse, my disability increasing in indigenous increments that he will track by seeing me every 3 months.
Time passes. The disease grows within me slowly but steadily. I atrophy in discrete regions, my right foot and then my left and then my right hand. But I don't waste. I grow fat from immobility and then I grow thin again. I want to live as who I was, not as what this disease makes of me. This idea is a chimera, but it helps me to think that I am fighting. I am a fighter. I always have been, even when I cannot win. At other times in my life, I might have viewed this as a pathological neurosis akin to tilting at windmills. Now I think of it as a saving grace. These tales I tell myself, the way I plan to escape fate, all to keep myself going. But there's no escape from it. I am disabled. That dragging leg, that dropping foot, that unbearable fatigue. A woman with a rollator moving slowly through the wall. These things signal my difference whenever I move. Soon, I start straying away from reality. This is the nature of this difference, I realize. The way disability stands in for everything you were or ever would have been. Even when you say it will not. Even when you refuse its existence. Disability is a contemptuous of your refusal. It scoffs at your desperate concern. It pushes forward and it drags you after it. I develop a serious side effect. I nearly die. It doesn't matter how hard I fight or want my freedom. My body has other plans and it doesn't consult me. I begin to understand that I am but a part of my body. My body is not a part of me, but I keep on living.
This story should end with an epiphany, a moment when I can discover that I can still soar. Leaning against my car in a gas station by the side of a highway, pumping gas, I see a man standing next to a car. An unremarkable sight save that he has a huge hawk. The hawk is unblinded, its hood draped over its neck like a collar. Unaccountably, it sees me and it tilts its head and then tilts its head again. What are you looking at? I think, as I so often think, but I wave to the man and call, "Beautiful bird." He nods and says they've been out hunting. I cannot imagine hunting in the rain with a bird aloft, but then I do. For just a moment, my heart lifts and, as if to answer me, the hawk rises and spreads its wings and then flaps back into place, gives itself a shake as it strains against its bindings and then looks at me again, the expressionless light of its eyes seeming to say, "What are you going to do?" "Nothing," I say. I can do nothing. I finish pumping my gas and holding onto the side of my car for balance. I return the nozzle to its cradle, turn and climb back into the driver's seat and point my car south, toward home. A few minutes later, the man and the hawk are gone and nothing is left but the road ahead. A cult, unknown, and yet so familiar by now that I feed every turn in my failing neurons, in my ever-hopeful bones.
Bad boy.
Perpendicular sleeping. Sad montage. Plane breaks into house.
Doctor, I'm
No, wait,
I feel
redo. I got locked outside.
I got stuck.
Go man! Yo! Yo, chill out! Chill out! Unban me!